Hello friends, many of you are very serious to crack UPSC civil service exam and you want to become an IAS or IPS officer. Friends, actually this is very simple exam. But unfortunately, many aspirants are still finding it difficult to clear this exam. The reason is not that they lack information or knowledge. The main reason is the proper guidance. You know, in our solar system, Earth and Venus are known as twin planets because both these planets are made with almost similar material. They have almost same weight, same gravity, even same mass. In many features, they are similar. But you know, the average temperature on planet Earth is 15 degrees centigrade. That's why it is suitable for life. Whereas on planet Venus, it is 450 degrees centigrade. Can you imagine the difference? Just like that, though two aspirants prepare the same books, same resources which are available in the market, one may be among the toppers, other may not even be able to clear preliminary exam. The main reason is lack of proper guidance. So I have decided to give you free guidance program. If you follow this, clearing this UPSC exam is just a cakewalk for you. Many aspirants have asked me to give them guidance. Some of them, even they ask over a text message, "Sir, I am ready to do anything to clear IAS exam. Please guide me." How can I guide it over a text message? It is not one-liner that, it is not any address. I simply text you back and you can find that address and reach there. Like, go straight, take second right and first left, you reach your destination. I cannot say so simply like that. It's like sailing in an ocean. Even if I tell you in what direction to go, suppose you are in so-and-so longitude, latitude, and you need to go in this way. After moving for 5 minutes, maybe little further, you again become directionless. So, guidance here doesn't mean that I need to tell you one line or two lines. It's a continuous and consistent process. I need to act like a compass to you. Then, reaching your destination becomes so simple. That's why I am making series of videos under this program. As part of that, I am coming up with first video, very important video, 10 commandments for civil services or IAS aspirant. Why I call this commandment? It's not any agnya. You can consider it as a suggestion, but these are such an important suggestions. It's not simply you listen to them and forget. You need to follow, you need to adapt, you need to make them part of your life. So welcome to Aasaan IAS. Friends, if you can believe, you may start. But if you can understand, you will achieve. What I do, if I give you all 10 commandments in one go, you simply watch this video and you forget. So I give one commandment in each video. I'll make 10 separate videos for these 10 commandments. Each video will be approximately 15 minutes. And if you follow this, if you follow and implement these 10 suggestions, I say, clearing this UPSC exam is such a simple thing. You realize and you say yourself, oh, it's too easy. The first commandment. Whenever you start preparing for IAS exam, the first question that comes to your mind is, what to study? People ask, "Sir, I am ready to do anything to become an IAS officer. I am ready to spend 12 hours a day. What should I do? Where should I start? What should I study?" You ask this question anybody, either senior, faculty member or anyone. Most of the people tell you to read NCERT books from class 6 to class 12. They suggest you 2 or 3 standard books for each subject. Polity, ye 2 books padho. Economy, ye 2 books padho. Like this, they suggest you 20, 30 standard books. They ask you to read 1 or 2 newspapers, maybe daily Hindu padho. They tell you to read 3, 4 important magazines. They also tell you to read economic survey, budget, India yearbook. All these are common suggestions that they tell you. But this is all nonsense because your question is still unanswered. What is your question? What to study? You did not ask where to study. These are all resources which provide information. But your question is, what should I study? What is the concept on which questions will be asked in the exam? That is unanswered. So what people do, they read all these resources. They go for the exam, even preliminary exam. They come up with very dull faces saying, sir, not even 40 questions came out of what we have studied. Because you have not even understood after writing the exam also, even after 1 year, 2 years, what to study is still a question to you. Because everybody has answered your query in a different way by telling you, read NCERT, read these standard books, read these magazines, read these newspapers and all that. But what to study? That question is yet unanswered. So first, you need to find answer to this question, which I am going to give you now. But it cannot be given in one line, I am telling you again. So for each subject, what I am doing, I am dividing the entire syllabus, including prelims and mains, into 17 modules. Prelims and mains, 10 modules, and 7 modules are exclusively for mains. Now I am going to tell you one by one what to study in each and every module. Each thing may take around 10 minutes. So I will make separate video on each and every module. Please watch all of them. Before that, let me tell you a small story. There is a person called Conditions Kanakambram. He always live life with conditions. He had set 2 conditions while taking food. While taking food, he will not talk to anybody. This is his first condition. Second condition, whatever you serve him, in his plate, he is not going to leave anything out of it. He will swallow each and everything out of that. Even the last grain of rice he will take, because that is what is his condition. One day he went to his relative's house. That house lady served him sambar, rice. Along with, in sambar, in South India, they use drumstick. The drumstick you can eat, but the outer part you have to leave, you cannot swallow it. But this guy has a condition. He has set a condition that he is not going to leave anything that is being served in his plate. So बहुत मुश्किल से वे swallow करके खा रहा था उसको. That house lady thought, इनको बहुत पसंद आया होगा ये drumstick. That's why वे बिना बचा के even outer part भी swallow कर रहा है. तो she started serving him more. But this guy has another condition that he is not going to talk. So he is not stopping her serving. He is unable to communicate. So keeping this kind of conditions in life is meaningless. People have this, aspirants. Without reading NCERT, how you clear IAS exam? Why not? ऐसा क्वेश्चन आते हैं क्या? क्लास 8 ज्योग्राफी एनसीईआरटी के हिसाब से आंसर द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चन. ऐसा क्वेश्चन तो थोड़ी पूछेगा. Answer the following question based on योजना मैगजीन नवंबर 2019 एडिशन. ऐसा क्वेश्चन आएगा क्या? तो आप कहां से पढ़ा? This is all not required. Whether you know the right information or not is what you require. Where you have read, whether you have read any of these books or not, who is going to question you? You don't read anything out of them. But if you know all the information that is being given there, because they have given very useful information. I'm not saying these books are useless. These are very good books. But the way of taking this information into your mind should be in a different way, rather than just reading class 6 polity पढ़ लिया मैंने, class 7 polity पढ़ लिया, class 8 some other, any subject, class 6 पढ़ लिया, 7th पढ़ लिया, 8th पढ़ लिया. It is not the way to count your preparation. This is what I am trying to tell you. I know many of you still not understanding what I am trying to tell you. So let me take little more time. Have patience. Watch this for 10 minutes. You understand what exactly I am trying to tell you. Hope you understand this story. Now I take a small module, Ancient Indian History. What I do, first I will tell you what to study. Then I will tell you what to do from that module so that you can answer any question that is being asked in prelims. That is going to be asked even in prelims, even in 2020 or 2021, whenever it is. जो आने वाले एग्जाम में क्या पूछेगा, कोई भी क्वेश्चन आप आंसर कर सकते हैं, प्रीलिम्स हो या मेंस हो. If not all questions, at least 90% of questions you can easily answer. For that, what you need to do, I am trying to tell you. What I do, I divide this ancient Indian history module into 4 parts. See, this is my personal division. If you want, you can divide it into 5 parts. So what I do, I divide this into 4 parts. In the first part, I talk about Stone Age, Indus Valley Civilization, Vedic Age, Mahajanpadas, Jainism, Buddhism, Ajivika, etc. religious sects. In the second part, I talk about the Mauryan Empire, pre and post Mauryan periods. In the third part, I talk about the Satavahanas, Sangam Age, Chalukyas, Pallavas, etc. And in the final part, we talk about the Gupta, the Harsha and some miscellaneous kingdoms like Vakatakas, Ikshvakus, all these small kingdoms की बात करेंगे. ऐसा करके मैंने पूरा मॉड्यूल को 4 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया. Let us talk about the first part. What I do now, I divide this first part into 5 sub-parts because this is a little lengthy part. First we talk about the Stone Age. Then we talk about Indus Valley Civilization. Then we talk about Vedic Age. Then we talk about Mahajanpadas. And finally we talk about religious movements during later Vedic period like Jainism, Buddhism, Ajivika. So each module we are dividing into a topic. Each topic we further divide into subtopic. Now each subtopic, for example, if there is Indus Valley Civilization, we talk about, important personalities who have excavated and all. Then we talk about what are the important sites, where they are located, in which state they are located in India, if they are in India, some are in Pakistan and others. And we talk about which site is on the bank of which river. We talk about what are the important findings of these sites. How was the early agricultural community? What metals they have used? What was their religion? All these छोटे-छोटे concepts में divide करेंगे. So each module approximately we divide into 4 or 5 parts. Each part we divide on an average 3-4 subparts. So total around 15-16 subparts in a module. And each subpart into 4-5 small concepts. So total there will be around 80 to 100 total concepts in a module. And each concept there will be 1 or 2 points. So hardly you get 150 to 200 points in a module. You should be very clear with all these 150, 250 points from that module. Even if a white sheet is given to you, you should be in a position to put down all these 150 points on that paper. You have to reach to that level in a very structured manner. This is what is our goal. This is the meaning of what to study. How, from where we get that information, for that we have those resources. But first you need to understand what to study for each and every module. Even if it takes 20 days, spend it, and this is the most important step in your preparation. Believe me, if you even know this, 50% of your preparation is done. Many aspirants, even after their second, third attempt, still they do not know this, and still they keep on giving attempts and very unsuccessfully. So, I am continuing. I have divided this ancient Indian history module into 4 parts. First part, Stone Age to Vedic Age. Second part, Mauryan Empire, pre and post Mauryan periods. Third part, Satavahanas, Sangam Age, Chalukyas of Badami and Pallavas of Kanchipuram. And in the fourth part, the Gupta, Harsha and miscellaneous kingdoms. We already talked about the first part. Now the second part. What I do here, I further divide the second part into 4 subparts. First we talk about the pre-Mauryan invasions like Iranian and Macedonian invasions. Alexander, Darius, उनकी बात करेंगे यहाँ. Then we talk about Mauryan Empire. After that we talk about Shungas and Kanvas. And finally, we also talk about Central Asian empires. Kushans, Sakas, all the, Greeks and all, post-Mauryan invasions. Like this, the second part also I have divided into 4 subparts. Now I am not going to spend lot of time here because my message here is different. इन चीजों के लिए मैं अलग अलग से वीडियोस बनाया हूँ, हर मॉड्यूल का अलग से वीडियो बनाया हूँ. प्लीज वॉच दैट एंड यू शुड लिटरली नो ऑल दी थिंग्स फॉर योरसेल्फ. कभी भी व्हाट डू यू नो फ्रॉम एंशिएंट इंडियन हिस्ट्री, राइट एवरीथिंग दैट यू नो फ्रॉम दिस मॉड्यूल एंड मैं 4-5 व्हाइट शीट्स दे दूंगा. आप पूरा, इवन आप एक रेस्टोरेंट में बैठा 10 मिनट के लिए, खाना आना लेट हो गया, ले लो वहां से टिश्यू पेपर, जो भी आपको उस मॉड्यूल से बता है वे सारे आप खुद लिखने की पोजीशन में आना चाहिए. दिस इज वेरी इजी एंड वेरी मच पॉसिबल एंड लाइक दैट यू शुड बी एबल टू डू दिस फॉर ईच एंड एवरी मॉड्यूल. All 17 modules including pre and mains. If you can do this, trust me, हंसते हंसते आप IAS एग्जाम क्लियर करोगे. कैसा मैं प्रूव करूंगा थोड़ी देर में. I am continuing. So I have divided this ancient Indian history module into 4 parts. First part we talked about Stone Age to Vedic Age. Then we talked about Mauryan Empire, pre and post Mauryan periods. In the third part, Satavahanas, Sangam Age, Chalukyas and Pallavas. In the fourth part, Gupta, Harsha and miscellaneous. Now look at the third part, Satavahanas, Sangam Age, Chalukyas and Pallavas. So here also we have 4 parts. What are those? First we talk about Satavahanas. After the fall of Mauryan Empire, may not be immediately, maybe after 100 years, how these Satavahanas came to power in Deccan. Then we talk about Sangam Age, Sangam literature, and in down south what was happening. So we understand that. Then we talk about Chalukyas of Badami. So with Badami or Vatapi as capital, how they came to power, who are their important kings, and all the things we study. And finally we study Pallavas of Kanchipuram. So this is the third part. So I have divided ancient Indian history into 4 parts. First, Stone Age to Vedic Age. Don't get bored, I am showing you again and again because you will be able to remember. Like that, each and every module I have made, you have to watch, you have to follow this. See, this is my division, and if any particular part you find lengthy, you can divide it into further into 2 parts, or any 2 parts you find simple, you can combine them and make it into 1 part. The division can be according to yours. But with my research, I am giving you an ideal approach of this division so that following this is much easier for you. Then second part, Mauryan Empire, pre and post Mauryan periods. Third part, Satavahanas, Sangam Age, Chalukyas and Pallavas. And in the final part, Gupta, Harsha and miscellaneous. So if you look at the final part, so the Gupta, we talk about the Gupta and how are the socio-economic conditions during Gupta rule and all that. Then Harshavardhan, Pushyabhutis and how he came to power and the conditions during his rule. Then we also talk about some important miscellaneous kingdom, though the information is scanty, not very properly available. जितना 2 points available है छोटी छोटी kingdoms के बारे में, वे सारे हम यहाँ इकट्ठे करेंगे. This way we complete ancient Indian history. So this is what is the meaning of what to study. Not that NCERT, Hindu padho, ve padho. That is not the meaning of what to study. Hope you are understanding. See, if these pulses, if I give you separately like this, I ask you, आज राजमा सब्जी बनाओ, तो आप फटाफट यूज करोगे, बनाओगे. Even मैं बताऊंगा red, जितना स्पेसिफिक बताऊंगा उतना स्पेसिफिक आप बना सकते हैं इफ आई गिव यू इंफॉर्मेशन दिस वे. और मैं बताऊंगा ये 2-3 पल्सेस को मिक्स बना के दाल बनाओ, आप बनाओगे. अगर वे सारे मैं एक ही जार में मिला के दे दूं और मैं बोलूं शाम को आऊंगा राजमा सब्जी बना के रखो, कहां से बनाओगे? ये निकालने में आपको टाइम लगेगा. तो इन योर प्रिपरेशन इफ यू लर्न दीज कंसेप्ट्स इन वेरी स्ट्रक्चर्ड मैनर, अगर मेंस में कोई क्वेश्चन आता है उस क्वेश्चन के रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से कहां से कौन सी पॉइंट उठा के ब्यूटीफुल आंसर लिखना है, फटाफट स्ट्राइक होता है आपको और योर आंसर स्टैंड यूनिक एंड ब्यूटीफुल एंड इट लुक्स वेरी सिंपल टू यू. लेकिन आप ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर डिवीजन नहीं कर रहे हैं, सिंपली जो भी बुक्स में दिया है, जो भी इन स्टैंडर्ड बुक बुक्स या रिसोर्सेस में दे रखा है उसको एज इट इज पढ़ रहे हो, सो यू नो सो मच ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन बट नॉट इन ए स्ट्रक्चर्ड मैनर. सो वेन एवर यू नीड टू रिकलेक्ट इट in an order, you are unable to do that within the given time, and that is the main reason for the failure. Hope you are understanding. Friends, now let me show you all the questions that are asked in 2019 prelims exam and tell you how simple these to answer. So what we do? First we divide the module into parts, subparts, topics and concepts. Now, in each of them, what we do, we study from these various resources, we gather information, what to study. If you want, beautiful courses are made by Aasaan IAS, you can follow them also. If you follow these courses, you need not read any of these resources because every useful information that is required to clear UPSC exam is well mentioned there. And no nonsense is mentioned. का मतलब what exactly you require to crack this exam with the expertise and research that is all given in those video lectures. After that, what we do, from each part, whatever are the previous questions asked in last 40 years, from 1979 till 2019, whatever questions that were asked in prelims exam, we solve topic by topic. Similarly, whatever questions that were asked in mains, we write answers topic by topic. After seeing that, you realize how simple this module is. Now let me show you that. First, we have divided ancient Indian history into 4 parts. You all know that now by this time. First, Stone Age to Vedic Age, where we discuss about Stone Age, Indus Valley Civilization, Vedic period, Jainism, Buddhism, Mahajanpadas, etc. In the second part, we talk about Mauryan Empire, pre and post Mauryan periods. In the third part, we talk about the Satavahanas, Sangam Age, Chalukyas of Badami and Pallavas of Kanchipuram. In the fourth part, we talked about the Gupta, the Harsha and miscellaneous kingdoms. Hope you know that. Now the first part, if you look at it, Stone Age, Indus Valley Civilization, Vedic period and Jainism, Buddhism, etc. Now you take this question. This question was asked in 2019 prelims. I am taking all the questions that were asked in 2019 prelims from this module, Ancient Indian History. But please understand, I am not here to teach you subject. In these videos, this series of videos is only to give you guidance. So I am not giving you knowledge. So if you look at this question, which one of the following is not a Harappan site? Every aspirant, I mean almost 99% of aspirant, including faculty, they think it is a question from Indus Valley Civilization topic because whenever they see Harappa, so this question is from IVC topic. Very basic question. If you look at the options, Chanhudaro, Kodiji, Sohagaura, Desalpur. And there are more than 2000 Indus Valley Civilization sites. कहाँ से आप 2000 को याद रखोगे? आप समझ रहे ना? लोग बोलेगा चांदहुदारो 1-2 सुना है इसमें और 2 नहीं सुना है, तो इट इज ए डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन और इट इज ए मीडियम लेवल क्वेश्चन. ऐसा करके डिसाइड करेगा. दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम इन द मार्केट बिकॉज दे डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द पेपर सेटर. दे नेवर एनालाइज द नेचर ऑफ द एग्जाम. दे सिंपली लुक एट द वर्ड हरप्पा एंड ब्लाइंडली कंडीशंस के हिसाब से दे से दिस इज ए क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन. सिंस दिस इज वेरी डीप क्वेश्चन, ही इज आस्किंग यू, ही हैज गिवन 1 or 2 such options which you have not heard. So it is a difficult question or medium level question. This is the way the market is going. That's why for many aspirants this exam has still is an unexpected exam. But you see, this is such a basic question, you don't believe me if I say, look at this question asked in 1998. If you would have divided the entire module into proper parts, subparts, topics and concepts, and from each concept, if you know the basic information, and if you would have solved all previous questions that were asked from that part, answering all the questions, not even 90%, 100% of questions is such an easy thing to you. Like you see a question asked in 1998. Which one of the following ancient Indian records is the earliest royal order to preserve food grains to be utilized during the crisis in the country? This is a question from Mauryan Empire topic. I don't know how many of you have followed my course. We have clearly discussed otherwise. You know, during Mauryan time, an inscription called Sohagaura copper plate inscription. Sohagaura is a place near Gorakhpur in Uttar Pradesh. We have talked about this. This Sohagaura copper plate is such an important thing. 4 or 5 times this question was asked in other UPSC exams, including state exams like UPSC. Even Civil Services 1998. If you would have divided the syllabus accordingly, how I have shown you. Similarly, after knowing the information, if you would have solved all these exams, all these previous questions, ये question आपको कम से कम 4 या 5 बार आया होगा. Sohagaur copper plate inscription is well known inscription to preserve. In fact, it was the earliest royal order to preserve food grains which can be utilized during the crisis in the country belong to Mauryas. If you know that, you will come to know that Sohagaura is not an Indus Valley civilization site or it is not a Harappan site. You can simply pick that. So the early question, he is not expecting, the paper setter is not expecting you to remember all 2000 Indus Valley civilization sites, which is not possible. He is expecting, he is checking, have you heard of Sohagaura? Maybe probably belong to Ashoka type. Do you know that or not? That is what he was testing. If you can identify that, that can happen only if you divide the syllabus properly, if you solve all these previous papers, and if you learn the way you require, then only it happens. Otherwise, if you would have read all these resources which are available in the market, still the previous question you shouldn't have answered. Now answering that question is, you see, how a cakewalk. This is what I am trying to tell you. Hope you understand. I am not talking about Rumniday, Pillar Edict of Ashoka. All these, you know, we have discussed otherwise. So it is actually to exempt Lumbini from tax. You know, Ashoka has made. Similarly, Prayaga Prashasti, it is related to Samudragupta from Gupta Empire. Mehroli Pillar inscription of Chandragupta. So all these things, if you understand, you know, you realize same questions are being asked again and again. उधर इधर घुमा के आपको पता चलेगा, लेकिन उसके लिए आपको इस तरह की काम करना पड़ेगा. This is what I am trying to tell you. Now take this question, again very basic question asked in 2019. Which one of the following groups of plants was domesticated in the New World and introduced into the Old World? See, New World means present Americas and all, because which were found very later. That's why, you know, that is known as New World. Plants like, you know, what you can call this rubber, chocolate, these are all introduced from those. Otherwise, if you look at the options, again, it looks like a geography topic. No, it is a history question. If you look at it, of course, I will answer it. Options, if you see, tobacco, cocoa means chocolate, rubber. You will understand, I will show you, I mean, you know, even from the previous questions, you just see option B में, you find cotton, option C say cotton, option D say wheat. Just keep this in mind. I will tell you, I will show you in a while, you know, if some of you do not know all this. You know that cotton is not imported from New World to Old World. Similarly, you know, wheat is not taken from New World to Old World. You see, New World excavated in 15th, 14th centuries. उसके बाद तो ये crops नहीं आया ना Old World में. ये crops पहले से था Old World में, means especially India में, Indian subcontinent में. So you can easily eliminate B, C, D. That is the purpose of asking this question. Not to test you, you remember all the crops which are imported from Old World to or New World to Old World. ये सारे crops का list मगअप करो. ये check करने को ये question नहीं दिया. Have you heard of cotton which was grown during Indus Valley civilization? Similarly, have you heard of wheat which was one of the early crops grown in Indian subcontinent? Do you know this or not? That is what the paper setter is checking. Again, you can identify this if you prepare the subject in a style. For example, Take this question asked in 1986. See, such questions were asked n number of times, not only in civil service exam, in various other exams. But I am not showing all those. I am showing one example. Otherwise, same questions एक बार नहीं, 4 बार, कुछ question तो 10 बार, बार आ चुका है. Look at this question. Which of the following was the principal article of food of the Indus Valley people? Fish, palm date, eggs, wheat. Wheat is the answer. Wheat was one of the principal, they ate wheat, barley, milk products and all, they ate it during Indus Valley people. So Indus Valley civilization time pe hi wheat was cultivated in Indian subcontinent. How it can be imported from New World to Old World? Agar if it has to be imported, that means that crop should have been introduced into this Old World maybe after 15th century. Are you getting my point? So wheat is wrong. Because wheat is not introduced from New World to Old World. It was already there during Indus Valley civilization. Similarly, take this question asked in 2011. See, I can show many questions, but hope you are understanding. My point is to tell you the importance of how you start your preparation. Regarding the Indus Valley civilization, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It was predominantly a secular civilization. For the time being, I am not teaching you the concept, so leave this statement. Look at the second statement. During this period, cotton was used for manufacturing textiles in India. Which is correct. Cotton was used. Even, a priest kind of thing was found, that sculpture, using the terracotta with the cotton cloth. So cotton was cultivated by the Indus Valley civilization people. That's why cotton is known as Sindon by Greeks, because they used to get it from Sindh. बहुत बार इस पे क्वेश्चंस आया है. So cotton was already cultivated by Indus Valley people. How this can be introduced from New World to Old World? So cotton is wrong. If cotton is wrong, wheat is wrong. You can eliminate options B, C and D and your answer is A. This is what the paper setter is checking. How silly, from previous questions knowledge itself you can answer it. And to get, problem ये है कि ऐसा चीज स्ट्राइक होना चाहिए एग्जाम में. ये तभी स्ट्राइक होता है when you study the subject in a structured manner, not that जो भी हिंदू में दिया आर्टिकल ऐसा पढ़ते गया. एक प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट कुछ भी नहीं, जो भी ये बोलते गए वे सारे मैं याद रखते जाऊंगा. फायदा क्या? Hope you are understanding. Take this question asked again in 2019. Very basic question. Consider the following. Deification of Buddha, treading the path of Bodhisattvas, image worship and rituals. Which of the above are the features of Mahayana Buddhism? See, it was during Mahayana Buddhism, all these three, image worship started, rituals started, even Bodhisattva, a new concept. So that was started. Similarly, deification of Buddha, all the things started in Mahayana Buddhism. This is what is the, unique features or developments during Mahayana. Very basic concept. If you know that, you can easily answer. All three are correct. D the answer. If you properly divide your syllabus, as I have shown, and if you study all the basic information, and if you would have solved all the previous questions asked from those concepts, topic by topic. Now you see, take this question asked in 1991. Which one of the following does not indicate the difference between Mahayanism and Hinayanism? The early schools of Buddhism are known as Hinayana schools, and Mahayana, especially during the rule of Kanishka, it has come, Mahayana Buddhism, 1st century AD. Now if you see, belief in the Bodhisattvas. The question is, which one of the following does not indicate the difference? Belief in the Bodhisattvas is the difference, because this belief in Bodhisattvas started in Mahayana Buddhism. It was not there in Hinayanism. Worship of the image Buddha. Earlier there was no worship of image Buddha, only the symbols like lotus flower, all these things, symbols used to be, respected, worshipped. Now image Buddha started in Mahayanism. So it is a difference. Use of the Sanskrit language. Yes, Sanskrit language. Earlier, it was in Pali language, Prakrit language. It was, local language. Now again, after Mahayana, people, the monks, they converted to Sanskrit. It is the difference. But admission of women into the monasteries, women were admitted even before in Hinayana. So this is not the difference. This does not indicate the difference. So this was already asked in 1991. So from this Bodhisattva option is covered. Are you getting what I am trying to tell you? Similarly, worship of image Buddha option is covered. Hope you are understanding. So Buddha was taken as a deity. So these are all covered from this question itself. So again, the 2019 question was inspired from previous question only. Because he has to ask the same questions again and again, where he can get new questions every time. If you really understand the concept in a styled or systematic manner, structured manner, remembering it is going to be very easy. Any question, identifying and answering it correctly is going to be very simple. But you are not doing that. ये सारे mix करके आप confuse हो रहे हो. That is the problem. Take this question asked in 1994. Which of the following is the most fundamental difference between Mahayana Buddhism and Hinayana Buddhism? Again, same thing. Emphasis on ahimsa. Ahimsa was there even during Buddha time. Casteless society, yes, he encouraged everyone. Casteless society was there even before. Worship of gods and goddesses. See, worship of gods and goddesses started during Mahayana Buddhism. Whereas worship of stupa, this kind of symbols was there before. So, hope you are understanding. So, see the fundamental difference. By looking these questions, I am showing only two questions. Many questions were asked with the, regarding the difference between Mahayanism and Hinayanism in the past. Not only in civil service exam, many other exams conducted by UPSC. If you would have solved all these questions, if you would have divided the syllabus properly and learned these basics very carefully, you would have answered this 2019 question just like that. How silly. Hope you are understanding. So, I have divided ancient Indian history into 4 parts. First, Stone Age, Indus Valley Civilization, Vedic period, Jainism, Buddhism. From here, we have already seen now 3 questions. Out of them, 1 from Indus Valley Civilization, 1 from Jainism and Buddhism. 1 question is not from Indus Valley Civilization, it is mainly from Mauryan Empire, but it looked like Indus Valley Civilization. Hope you understand. Answering all these 3 questions is a cakewalk if you have learned the syllabus in a structured manner and if you would have solved the previous questions. Now, the second part is Mauryan Empire, pre and post-Mauryan periods, third part and fourth part. Now we will see the questions asked from the second part. In 2019, this question was asked, in which of the following relief sculpture inscriptions is Ranyo Ashoka, or also known as Rayo Ashoka, means mentioned along with the stone portrait of Ashoka? See, nowhere you find this kind of portrait. 1 place or 2 places, we studied all the inscriptions, Devanampiya, Kahan likha hai, all these. Similarly, which inscription is in which language, and where his stone portrait is given. So, of course, this is in Kanganhalli. We'll talk about this. Hope you are understanding. See, if you divide, now let me show you a previous question. This was asked in 2019. It is a very basic question. Even it was in news also. Because, archaeological surveyors say they have found some excavations here. They have done something which was in news in 2019. So that also is a reason for asking this question. Otherwise, all these things, they keep coming into news many times. The major reason is not that, an article was given in a newspaper, that's why the question is asked. These are all things, even before that article is published in newspaper, you should know, because these are very basic things. For example, you look at this question, asked in CDS 2014. The only inscribed stone portrait of Emperor Ashoka has been found at CDS 2014. Sanchi, Amravati, Kanagahalli, and Ajanta. See, same question. If you would have divided the syllabus into topics, subtopics, if you would have known the basic information, after that if you would have solved all the previous questions, not only civil service exam questions, even other exams conducted by UPSC, answering this question is how silly? Hope you are understanding. So see the answer, which is in Karnataka. Now you see I have divided ancient Indian history into 4 parts. First part we have seen 3 questions. Second part we have seen 1 question. Third part there were no questions asked this year. And fourth part there is 1 question. Gupta, Harsha and miscellaneous. Take this question, again asked very basic question from 2019 prelims. With reference to forced labor, what we call Visti, in India during Gupta period, which one of the following statements is correct? It was prevalent in Gupta period. It was considered a source of income for the state, a sort of tax paid by the people. In fact, it was source of income for the state. Anyway, I am not teaching you the concept here. It was totally absent in Madhya Pradesh and Kathiawar regions of Gupta Empire. In fact, it was prevalent in these regions, central and western parts of Gupta Empire, it was prevalent. So it is wrong. Like that, A is the answer. I am not giving you the answers, but you see, again this was asked in past. I will show you. This question was asked almost 5 to 6 times in various exams. एक exam में पूछता है in the context of region of Guptas and their success, what is Visti? और simply पूछता है Visti means ऑप्शन ए बी सी डी. ऐसा क्वेश्चन छोटी मोटी एग्जाम में बार बार आता है. अगर आप थोड़े से भी समझ लेते हैं विस्ती क्या है, ये कहाँ पॉपुलर है, कब पॉपुलर है, व्हाट इज द कंसेप्ट, यू कैन आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन बिकॉज इट वाज मेनी टाइम्स आस्क्ड ऑलरेडी. Even you take, I am showing one example out of them. Recently CAPF 2017 के एग्जाम में पूछा था, which one of the following statements about the Gupta period is not correct? Forced labor, Visti, became more common than before in this period. It is correct because it became more popular during this period. A passage in the Vishnu Purana refers to the Guptas enjoying all the territories along the Ganga up to Prayaga. Anyway, I am not teaching you, these are some other information, but you know that Visti, it is mentioned. So I do not say it is a directly copy-paste question, but you see, even if you have not heard what is Visti, what is forced labor, the clue was already there in previous exam, because this word was asked almost 5-6 times in different exams. Very common word. So if you can divide the syllabus according to what I have shown, and if you learn the basic concepts, then if you follow all the previous questions asked from these topics, topic by topic, you see 5 questions were asked from ancient Indian history. All 5 were inspired. 4 are direct, 1 is little indirect. I consider this question as little indirect because same is not mentioned in regions, Madhya Pradesh, Kathiawar, like that. But, the term Visti is mentioned. So, all 5 are inspired from the previous questions. How simple. Then how can you say, it's not only for ancient Indian history, I will prove for each and every module. Slowly with time, I will do that. How you can say this exam is difficult? Not only for prelims, I will show you the same for mains. Out of 20 questions in a paper, I will show you how 17 to 18 questions are directly or with little modification, they are being asked again and again. I will show you. When so simple, so predictable, same questions are coming again and again, how can you say this is a difficult exam? That means it's lack of guidance. You are only wasting I don't call waste. You are spending all your preparation time in reading all these resources without understanding the nature of the exam. This is wrong. You need to change it. Now, if you look at this, I am just giving this for an idea. There were total 5 questions asked from Ancient Indian History module in 2019 prelims. If you divide them, how many questions are based on basic? How many questions are inspired from previous questions? How many are inspired from current affairs? How many are miscellaneous? That means, sometimes out of 100 questions, 10 questions, maximum 10 questions can be miscellaneous also. That means very difficult to answer them. He intentionally asked those questions so that, like speed breakers. Even if you just keep them, 90 questions easily you can answer. Out of them even गलती से 5-6 गलत भी करता है, 80, 160 score करना prelims में इतना आसान है. I mean, I'm not exaggerating, but you need to work on it. And cut off कितना 105, 106, and उसको clear करने के लिए इतना तकलीफ का मतलब preparation में कहीं गलत हो रहा है. Now you see, 4 questions ऐसे है, they are previous also, and they are based on very basics. And one question ऐसा है, जैसा हमने देखा रैन्यो अशोका, that is also from previous CDS में पूछा था, and that is also a basic question, even that was in current also. Hope you understand. So previous का रोल बहुत ज्यादा है, बेसिक्स का रोल बहुत ज्यादा है. आप करंट के पीछे इतना मत पड़ो, करंट है ना खुद कवर हो जाता है. दीज मैगजीन्स, डेली न्यूज़पेपर्स, वे वही चीजों देते रहते हैं आपको जो ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग है. ऐसा नहीं कोई नया प्लेनेट से नया बंदा आया है और सारे नया इंफॉर्मेशन लेके आया है, ऐसा तो होगा नहीं. जो भी हमारा इश्यूज है या डेवलपमेंट्स है या जो भी पॉलिसीज हम लेके आ रहे हैं, वे सारे अचानक स्टार्ट नहीं हो रहा है. दे ऑल हैव देयर इन्फ्लुएंस इन द पास्ट. सो वही चीज डिस्कस करते रहेगा ये करंट रिसोर्सेज में भी. सो करंट की टेंशन मत करो. दैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द कमांडमेंट. वी विल टॉक अबाउट दिस when it comes. For the time being, the first commandment, understand very carefully. What you need to do is, first you need to identify what are these 17 modules, and in each module what are the parts, subparts, topics, concepts. All these divisions should be very crystal clear to you. Then you can focus on each concept का information gather करने में, and उसका previous questions को solve करने में हम लगेंगे. वे सारे मैं बताऊंगा. तो इसके लिए मैं अलग सा videos बना रहा हूँ हर module का, to explain you what to study in that module. इसका भी दोबारा बनाऊंगी, ancient Indian history का भी. यहाँ सिर्फ मैं आपको समझाने को दिखाया था. हर module का उसको follow करिए. Don't feel bored. That is very mandatory. So if you see, if you really understand this chart, you realize all 5 questions are easy. How simple? Hope you are understanding. So there are no moderate question, no difficult question. आराम से 5 का 5 आंसर करके आ सकते हैं आप. Hope you have understood this commandment. We will meet again in another video with another commandment. Thank you for watching this.